I will be the first to own up to it. The hot summer temperatures make me a little cranky. I know I'm not alone. Irritability comes from heat a lot, but how do we manage that and keep it from hurting our relationships with others? That's what Blanca Cobb, who has a master's degree in psychology, and I are talking about this morning. Blanca, how does the heat impact our mood in the first place?
Well, the American Psychiatric Association says as the heat increases, so does your irritability, your anger, and your negative mood. So what that means is you may not feel like your typical self if you're more relaxed, easygoing, and you have a short fuse.
So we all get a little hot-headed when the heats are high. How do we cool down the temperatures and keep from getting in fights with people?
This is where that saying really holds true. And the saying is this: an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So what that means in this situation is if you know you're getting irritable or angry or more sensitive because you're feeling hot, because the temperature is rising, then you need to figure out what you can do to prevent it or decrease it. That means drink more fluids, get in air conditioning, stay out of the heat, find some shade. What is it that you need to do to physically cool your body? Because then what that means is you're not going to be as irritable, or your fuse is going to end up being longer. This also means to know what your triggers are. What is it that typically irritates you? You want to prevent that also, because if you have a trigger plus the heat, guess what? That can be explosive. So do what you can to minimize the possibility.
No lie, my fiance and I bought 2 extra fans because we were fighting more. Which brings me to my next question. If someone else is irritable, how do you handle that?
If you get a sense it's because of the heat, look, change the scenery. No one says you have to have a conversation when you're both sweating half to death. What that means is find a different location, go inside, change rooms, go into the shade. What is it that you have to do? Grab a cold drink for both of you. Again, do something to physically change your internal thermostat, and then you're just going to have an easier conversation. Also, don't take it personally. And hey, no one says you have to continue a conversation at that moment. You can say something like, right now I'm feeling a little hot, which is making me a little cranky, which means I'm not listening to you as well as I normally would. How about if we put this conversation on pause? And then after I cool down or we cool down, let's just jump right back in. When you're respectful that way and you can recognize what's happening in the moment, you would be surprised how someone will look at you and go, yeah, you're right, I didn't think about that. That's a good idea. Most people don't want to argue. Most people want to get along.
I love that, Blanca. Thank you so much for always teaching us something. You can continue the conversation with Blanca on her Facebook page, Blanca Cobb, Body Language Expert.